Hey, welcome back, YouTube, to another episode of my Speaker Podcast. I'm your boy, Dunk Side Daryl. Back at it again with a very special. He's actually a family right now. We got Super Bowl champion Eugene Robinson over here with us, man. And we're just gonna go ahead and talk about Panther football. We're gonna talk about the playoffs that's coming up in Bank of America Stadium. But I'm gonna go ahead and send it over to my homeboy Mike. Let him introduce himself, and we're gonna get right into it.
Ain't much to say. My name Mike. Let's get into it. We MSP people, they know who we are. We ain't got to talk no more. Let's get into this.
Hey, man,
Hey Mike, well let's start back. Well, let's go back to the Tampa game. Let's talk about that game where 16-14, and dude, I thought there was some questionable calls, just like everybody else did.
Talk about it.
I'm gonna remove myself as being a football player, and just as a fan, I'm going, I'm scratching my head on that one. Oh, I'm scratching my head on that one. Oh, I'm scratching my head on that one. That you can't take a man's helmet off and fling it on the ground and not get a 15-yard penalty.
No flag, no nuts.
So I'm glad we got you on here. I'm gonna ask you a question. The T-Mac, is it you play DB? Give me within 5 yards. Can you can maneuver within 5 yards, right?
Yeah.
You can do that, but the rule is that the receiver has a 1.5 yards to go ahead and get off, to use his hands to get off. So technically, they are right. But what it should be is that you have 5 yards to go ahead and jam somebody.
Yes.
Within that 5 yards, you can hand fight. It should have been a no call because you're just hand fighting within the 5 yards. He's fighting with you, you're fighting with him. But they called it as a penalty, and I'm like this. Technically, they're right, but I would say
you don't make that call.
I would not make that call.
You don't make that call.
The 5 yards, and I got to give also the receiver. And here's the fact: when you're a big receiver, you're taller, and your opponent, and you smack them out the way, it looks much more egregious than what it is.
Yeah,
exactly. It looks bad, right? It looks real good.
This is how I know we playing different football. Didn't Michael Irvin do that back in the day? So that's football, right?
That exactly, and that hand fighting in that 5 yards, you got to be able to hand fight, popping your hands up, boom. You got to be able to do all that hand fight. 5 yards to slow the receiver down to make him reset. But the receiver, on the other hand, hey, I seen Michael Irvin come off the line, right, and he'll give you like a smack, dude, bow, knock your hands down, and he's punching you on the shoulder. He's getting up the field, dude.
Yeah.
Terrell Owens, he's doing the same thing. Jonathan Taylor. You line up on them dudes, man. They're going to get you off them, man.
Yeah.
They're going to hit you and get you off. And so I thought they should have given T-Mac the same courtesy within that 5 yards. They didn't, but technically, they're right.
But he a rookie, too, so that's why I think they didn't, because he ain't earned that check. You give him Mike Evans, you give him 4 or 5 years in the league, then they give him like how Mike Evans is.
Yeah.
But now,
because if that's Evans,
he got the penalty.
Ain't no question.
Okay, so let's go ahead and flip it. Let's go ahead and flip it to this weekend. We know it's a big weekend. We backed in because the Falcons beat the Saints. We backed in.
Hold on. Mike, you ain't gonna talk about the dude tripping over his own feet and they giving us a penalty.
Listen. Now, I'm gonna be honest. 21, Xavier, but when I seen the tight end fumble on, if nothing else, it's supposed to be incidental contact. They feet tangled, and it should have been no call. They feet got but it was his own feet.
I know it was his own feet. That's what I'm saying. What's so crazy about it is that it was his own feet, and then the ball hits the defensive back in the back as he's running down the field. So now it looks like he ain't looking back at the ball, all that stuff. I'm like, dude, the dude fell down by himself. He was the cause of it. And so I think there should be something really, when it's a play that's like that, that's so controversial like that, I think that's when New York needs to go ahead and weigh in and weigh in immediately. And they need to correct that right now on the field. They need to correct it on the field.
Explain that Rico Dowdle situation.
When tennis players when you hit it and they don't want to know if it's ace, if it hit the line or not hit the line, they have that automatic thing, and where they go ahead and review it immediately. And so you can go ahead and see it. I think that the referee, NFL, should be weighing in on plays like that because that play right there, I thought, and that cost some points.
Yeah.
What
That
about,
cost some
okay,
points.
explain the Rico Dowdle situation because I'm still confused about that. I'm still confused.
Well, guess what? I'm gonna join that confusion too, D. And Mike, because
How you lose
that
6
was
yards if you throw it?
a lateral, if you will.
Yes.
So the ball is live. He blows an inadvertent whistle.
Yeah.
After he blows an inadvertent whistle, they review it and they said that it was a lateral and the ball went out of bounds. While clearly
Rico
Rico
had the
Dowdle
ball.
had the ball in his hand. He stopped running because they blew the whistle.
Blew the
So
whistle.
I thought nothing else. What they should have done? Replayed the down.
Replayed it down.
That's when New York should step in.
Yeah.
That's when New York, when the football, they should go ahead and step in and go, hey, wait a minute, we got that wrong. We didn't get it right. So let's replay the down and not penalize them 6-7 yards where they thought the ball was down at. They said it went out of bounds and it never went out of bounds.
That's crazy.
And here it is. Who said this to me? They said, hey man, Coach Canales is calling the plays. Is there anybody up there in the coaching staff would tell him in his ear, you need to throw a challenge flag? Or is that a challenge offense?
Play, yeah.
Something so that he gets his mind off of coaching or getting the next play ready and looking to the business at hand because that was a controversial and pivotal play. Play that really set things up.
I thought they usually have somebody on the sideline on the bench that when it's controversial, they can look at the little iPad and say, "Hey, man, you might want to throw the flag or something like that."
Well, they also have them up in the booth because there's a number of coaches that's up in the booth, and they get more replays than what you do. They get the different angles of the replay, so they know automatically, like, hey, you need to throw a flag or challenge flag. He didn't really catch the ball. They know really immediately because of the different angles that we got with the television stuff that up there coaches. So they get to see that stuff. I'm just saying that I thought that something should have been done because that was such an egregious era of officiating. And someone that told me that referee crew had one of the worst
ratings.
Yeah, one of the worst officiating jobs where that one of the teams that they've done when they've caused plays to go against the other team have won 70% of their game.
I felt like the way the game was going, you could have told me that the referees that they scheduled for the game supposed to be there Sunday, they went out to Tampa and got some 6-7 guys and just called the game. That's what it looked like to me. Because that game was crazy. But in this, one more question I got to ask you about that game. And this is on our side. This is on our side. The flea flicker.
No.
Don't listen. I know you talked to him the other day. I know y'all have a meeting 6 o'clock. I watch it and stuff. I still don't understand because when I looked at it from the top point, you had 2 men going out in that play. Technically, it was only 5 yards. You doing this at the 25, 26 yard line. You doing a flea flicker? And I'm saying to myself, I say this, and I'm being all honest with Eugene. I'm being honest. He might have to go. Him and Dan Morgan might have to go in this offseason. I know you want to be a Sean McVay. You want to be my man out there in San Francisco. You want to be Schottenheimer. You want to be these guys. To me personally, I'm being honest. You can be good at offensive coordinator when that's all you're doing. He was in Tampa Bay. But when you're trying to be a head coach, you got to be special when you can do that. To me, he's not there yet. That's my opinion. He's not there.
Well, I think that Coach Canales is wearing a lot of hats, and so but I do like him as head coach, no doubt about that. I think he's wearing a lot of hats, and I think the fact that he's already had success in Seattle and in Tampa Bay calling those plays, it's hard to go ahead and rip that away from him because he was been so successful. One, and then two, I get your point. The point is that if you're going to be the head coach, sometimes you have to go ahead and relinquish some of those duties so that you can focus on the entire team. All right.
Yes.
And so that's the criticism that he's, that he's been getting. I get from a lot of the lay people I'm around going like this. Hey, well, coach is always calling plays, man. He don't need to call the plays. Let him just do the head coaching job. And so, and I say that it's a little bit more difficult than that because I get it as when you've been doing this, sometimes it's hard to let that go. I mean, it
Yeah.
really is sometimes hard to let that go. But I don't think, let me go into that play. I I don't mind the aggressive play of a
Mm-hmm.
flea. I just say I would caution say, when do you do it?
Yeah, exactly.
Typically, when flea flickers happen that I've been a part of, is that it's been on the other side of the 50,
Mm-hmm.
um, where it kind of makes a little bit more sense. And the fact that we were moving the ball down the field and we got to like the 25, 23
Yeah.
yard
Yeah.
line, you
You
moved
shouldn't
the
have.
ball down successfully. You didn't have to do it. I don't think it was warranted to go ahead and do a
No, it wasn't.
play. You know,
It
I don't think you
wasn't.
need to because you've already marched down the field. They already on the hills, and
Mm-hmm.
I get why you would do it. So I'm not saying I don't mind the aggressiveness. I would have
Mm-hmm.
aggressive maybe back in where it makes a little bit more
But
sense
this is my
to do
when you
that.
do a flea
But
Yeah,
but
but if
flicker,
but
the out,
that but that being
but
said,
here's the thing. Well, we
yeah.
said the same thing. If the outcome was the same that we did it in our territory, right? And we had a fumble
Uh-huh.
and they recovered it. And
Mm-hmm.
now they have on the 30-yard line or whatever it may be,
Mm-hmm.
or the 40-yard line, will we give them the same slack or will we say, hey man, you shouldn't be doing it? I don't mind it at that juncture. I don't mind it because it's trying to sneak a play in.
You
Uh,
gotta think.
I just question it when you get in the red zone when you're already moving the ball. You don't have to trick them. You're already beating them.
Yeah,
go ahead, Daryl.
but like with that situation, I'm thinking you gotta think about it. It was pouring rain, drenching rain. You already know ball control is gonna be, issue. So why would you do a
Yeah.
flea flicker when it's pouring rain, when it's wet? You know you got to handle the ball kind of, a certain way.
But
That was kind of like one of those plays like you didn't have to do that at that time.
to
Yeah,
Eugene's defense,
and
what
here it
he's
is.
saying is,
I agree with you, D, and I agree with you, Mike, on this, is that you want less people handling the ball as possible.
Mm,
I mean, just the center and quarterback exchange on a rainy day
yeah,
is not an easy thing.
it
And
ain't
then
easy.
if you have to go had to give it back to the running back, hand it off,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever you're gonna do to the running back, and now to have him give the ball back to you, there's too
Mm-hmm.
many people touching the ball.
Too many
you see,
in
So
the
the
you
wet
don't
only
want,
conditions.
time,
and to your point, D, there to your point, you don't want that many people touching the ball,
Yes,
particularly in bad weather,
yes,
particularly where it's just it's just too many, it's just too much room for error, and that's what you
exactly.
want to eliminate error. And moving forward, because I think this Saturday is supposed to rain.
Yep,
yep,
I think it's supposed to rain this
yep.
Saturday. Well, if learn the lessons from what you learned at Tampa Bay,
mm-hmm.
But I look at it.
I'm not going to do anything that's going to be really
The
outrageous to go ahead and because I don't want to make sure I want to maintain possession of the ball.
only thing I
Go
say
ahead,
about
Mike.
that is, only thing I say about that is, the only time you run a flea flicker, and maybe Eugene can just attest to this, when the defense make a big play, they get a turnover something. The offense want to get a big play after the defense got a big play, and you trying to go for the kill shot.
Gotcha.
Like I say, if you're on the 30-yard line
Mm-hmm.
driving on the other side, I get it. But on the 26, 27-yard line, if you already like pounding them, you don't dunking your way down, why try? But we're not gonna keep harping on
Mm-hmm.
that. We're gonna talk about Saturday.
No, hey, I agree with you on that too because I, my contention was I would have done. I don't mind the aggressiveness. I would have done it
Mm-hmm.
at a different time
Point.
in the game,
Yeah.
a different play in the game, and more
Mm-hmm.
when I'm on maybe my 35-yard line,
Mm-hmm.
40-yard line, where it may make a little bit more sense to
Yeah.
me.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Darren. Ask
But
Mr.
yeah,
Hughes a question.
going,
Go ahead.
Mike, you getting ready to say going on into this weekend? No,
Okay,
go ahead.
so
What's that? Say
we
it
haven't
again.
we haven't been in this situation since 2017. No matter how we got in there, no matter how the Panthers got in there, that's eight and a half years ago since we've been in the playoff game. It should not be a lot said going into this game, but I have been watching a lot of podcasts and national media people, and you can attest to this, you can talk to this. I'm seeing so many people saying that's the easiest game to call this weekend is the Panthers and Rams. And to me, that's blatant disrespect. We just beat the team 5 weeks ago, 4 or 5 weeks ago. We beat them in our house. No matter what they saying, Stafford had a bad game. He threw a couple picks. He got sacked, strip sacked by Dez Brown, blah, 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 blah. You lost the game. To me, that's the ultimate disrespect coming into here this weekend. How do you feel as an ex-player when you hear if you hear all this media talk and you finna play a game Saturday, it's gonna be crazy out there, no matter what the weather's gonna be. How do you control that temper and say, you know what, they disrespecting us here. We're gonna show them again what we really can do. How can you talk about that, Mr. U?
Okay, well, first of all, let's clear up the thing about he threw some interceptions. First of all, you didn't throw an interception. Derek Brown put his big hands up, tipped the ball as you're trying to throw through that window, tipped the ball, and then Nick Scott got the first interception.
Yep.
All right. Mike Jackson was in incredible position off an out route. Incredible position. And the ball wasn't thrown behind. The ball was being thrown on the front side. The defensive back was in incredible position, and because of that, not only did he sight the ball, catch the ball, but took it to the house. Right? That has nothing to do with the quarterback throwing an interception. A thrown interception is this: I throw it over the receiver head, and it goes to the defensive back. That's throwing an interception. The other interceptions that we got, Scott and also Jack, that was earned. Those were earned. Those were earned interceptions. That strip sack fumble that we got, that's because that was earned. That was earned. That wasn't that you gave it to me. Giving it to me is that we're running, the running back's running, and he drops the ball, and then we fall on it. That's given. But if I punch the ball out of your hand, if I hit you real hard and you drop the ball, that's a fumble, dude. We didn't fumble. You took the ball away. So let's make sure that we understand the vernacular and the language, because it's not he threw interceptions. Stafford threw 2 interceptions. Those interceptions were earned by the Carolina Panthers. They were earned by the Carolina Panthers. That's the first and foremost. So that's to your point, is that the Rams didn't give us anything.
We earned all that.
That play where you get T Mac scores a touchdown ain't because it gave us anything. That's because we ran a route that a little kind of a double over, and then against the Rams, and he adjusts his route because Bryce saw where he's beating him. The defensive back was in great position. Great position. Bryce throws it longer to make him go deeper and throws him open.
He sure did.
So I want to dispel this myth, because you act like the other guys don't get paid for one, and you act like we don't play either. Look, we played a nationally ranked, one of the best teams during the year, and they were one of the darlings. They have won 6 games already in a row, something like that. They were the darlings that everybody got these guys pegged to go ahead and be in the Super Bowl, and we beat them.
It's all 0-0. The slate
Dude,
clean.
we beat them. And so what does that do for your confidence? Okay, if we're playing ball, just think about this. What is it? You go back to high school, go back to college, go back to when you were playing sports and you already beat somebody. What does that do for you, man? Your confidence is up. As a team, your confidence is up. We ran the ball really well.
It's like the World Series of poker, man.
We had to run the ball well since then, but we ran the ball really well against the Rams. So what, they got to come with an 8-man front? And I'll tell you what, if they jump to an 8-man front, I'm telling you what I'm doing. I kid you not. I'm play action pass on the first play of the down, and I'm doing a double move. I'm doing something down the field to make you go, I got to protect deep. I'm going to make you protect deep. I'm going to make you go ahead and think about the ball going deep. I'm making you do that. Why? Because as a free safety, I already know. I don't want to be over. If it's not man to man, that you're going to draw 2 people on a deep route, even if whether you throw it or not. What does that do? It frees up other stuff.
But what you
It
just
frees up
said
for a
to
tight
me,
end to be in, boom, to go ahead and get a jam, a hard like he's blocking, and then just flip out on a quick hook, because the linebackers are sucked up. Boom, you pop a pass over the top of him.
what you just said, though, to me, is what I think. I know, me and you said this. I'm thinking the same thing you saying. The Rams know they ran that third quarter. We ran down their throat. So they're gonna come here Saturday and say, guess what? We're gonna slide one of these safeties up and have an 8-man front. We're gonna make Bryce beat us. The very first play, and what Canales has to do, and I hope he just listened to his heart. Let Bryce throw the ball down the field. This is why you went and got Jimmy Horn. This is why you got Ted McMillan. Jalen Coker got the best hands on the team to me. I have been saying this. Throw the ball down the field. Let these 6'3",
Yep.
6'4" boys go up and listen. If you throw an interception down the field, I can take that. Bryce Young's strongest arm, like when he threw the ball Saturday to Tech McMillan, he threw an interception. He threw it on the backside where the defense could come get it. He didn't throw on the front side of him, so I understand that. He might not have the best throws going that way. Let him throw the ball down the field and let the Rams say, hold on. This is a totally different attack they're doing. Then you can free up Rico and Chuba to run the ball on the 7-man front. That's how I'm attacking them this week.
I'm so with you because I believe that if you don't tax me down the field and everything is going laterally, if things are going out laterally or things are going only like 5-7 yards, that's a big difference, right? I mean, that's not stretching the field.
Yeah.
But if you throw a ball that's 45, 50 yards down the field, double moves or triple moves or Dino routes or any type of option thing that you got two routes in one route, man, that puts pressure on the cornerback and the safety. And if you block everything up, like when we used to play the Cincinnati Bengals when I was playing for the Seattle Seahawks, they would block everybody up, fake a hard run, and have a 2-man route. They would have this thing we call a deep over. One guy goes shallow, the other guy goes way deep down the field. And I watched them do this fake with Boomer Esiason so many times that as soon as I saw him go ahead and make that fake look, I took off running backwards down the field. I met the dude down the field when they were throwing the ball and intercepted the ball. Why? Because I got that. But we don't do that, right? We haven't done anything that's remotely like that. But the fact that the team does that hard play action, you can go ahead and play for that. But we don't do hard play actions. We don't send people deep.
Nope.
So just think if we go ahead and do that. They haven't seen that. I'm just saying,
we gotta
dude.
spread the field. I think we gotta spread the field. We got to spread the field. Don't be so compact. Don't be so closed-minded. Like Mike said, we got to throw the ball down the field. We can't just be one-dimensional. You know what I'm saying? We got to spread the field.
Aggressive.
Aggressive.
Indeed, I'm so with you. I think this is about being aggressive. You're playing with house money. Nobody expected you to be in the playoffs anyway. You won 8 games. You won 5 last week. You're playing with house money.
You're taking my words out of my mouth.
Caution to the wind, man.
You taking my words out of my mouth.
Carefree. I'm gonna tell my guys, look. I'm gonna tell my guys, you can't make a mistake.
We got all chips in like the world. We like the World Series of Poker. All our chips in. All our chips in.
I'm like, you can't make a mistake. Just go ahead and play.
Yep.
Go ahead and play. Go out there, do your thing. I want you to be aggressive. I want you to be fired up and aggressive. You can't make a mistake.
I couldn't say it. No, I could not say that no better because I've been telling everybody to work. To me, this team was a year ahead of where I thought they would be. Next year is where I thought they would make the league. But you saying what I'm saying, like you playing with house money. Don't everybody in the national media think you're going to get blowed out. They think it's not going to be a competitive game. So guess what? If I'm Canales, we going out guns blazing. I'm going to unleash my whole playbook. I'm going to show them things that they haven't seen or they weren't ready. I'm letting everything go because guess what? If we lose,
we're going out guns blazing.
We're going to lose anyway.
Dude, we going out, dude. I'm like, I would be so excited to play this game right here when you're not. I am the underdog. No one's expecting me to do anything. I'm like, okay, cool. All right, I'm supposed to get beat by a couple of touchdowns. All right, cool. They got a 30-point advantage. Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, we'll see when we're done. All right, but if I lose, I was expected to lose. But if you lose,
let me ask you this right here. Let me ask you this right here, Gene. Would you put 2 on Puka Nacua?
No.
You wouldn't put 2?
First of all, I'm not putting 2 on him. I would go ahead and maybe go some defenses that roll over the top of him, but I'm not putting 2 on him because you're gonna have to put pressure on Stafford. And by putting pressure on Stafford means you're gonna have to be in man-to-man coverage. I'm gonna tell Jack and I'm gonna tell JC, because Devontae Adams is gonna be out there too. Hey, cover, man. Hey. Now don't forget, when they played last time, that was a great matchup between Jack and Nacua. That was great.
Listen.
I mean, look, Puka Nacua got 129 catches.
Yeah.
He got 129 catches this year, dude. He's been balling. You're not going to stop him. So
I'm
what you
say
want to do
something.
is you want to contain him. You want to roll over the top of him. You want to, if I got a defense, if they see, if you come out with 3 receivers to one side and Puka Nakua to the left by him lonesome, we know that you're trying to isolate the corner. Well, guess what we would do? When that was Jerry Rice, we would rotate the defense to that side. So we will all go over to the other side. Boom, we're over the top. And so that's what we. So I'm thinking of things like that. And if you do a man-to-man or a double coverage thing, I want to do double coverage where you got 2 safeties over the top and let guys run underneath those receivers because they do a lot of intermediate routes. Let them run underneath the receivers. So that it's called cover 2 yell. It's called 2-man under, where they run underneath them and they prevent they're trying to force a high throw.
Gotcha.
And when you force a high throw, that's when the safeties have a chance to get an interception off that play. I got a number of interceptions off of cover 2, 2-man or 2 yell. I would do something like that. And that way you double it, but you got everybody double, not just
Yeah. Yeah. Well, shoot, man. With that
Mike, I
being
think
said,
you
hey,
might,
Mike, you
Mike, I
still
think
on
you
there?
might have froze, Mike. We got to get back in.
There you go, Mike. You still there?
Mike, yeah, Mike, he's reconnecting right now.
Yeah, he's trying to reconnect. Let's see if he get back. Let's see. Let me let him back in. Let's see if we can get back in here. Hey, you good? You good, Mike?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I had technical difficulty. I'm back.
It's okay.
Hey, but I want to say this right quick too. We were talking about the you was asking about Puka. I think a lot of people in Charlotte need to understand something. J.C. Horn is cornerback 1, but all year long I've been saying this. Mike Jack is playing a hell of a dang on number 2. People don't give him the credit where he's credit. Listen, I'm going to take my J.C. Horn and Mike Jack against Puka and Adams and say, you know what, y'all go out there and do your thing, because J.C. Horn made the Pro Bowl, and I understand that. Mike Jack having a hell of a year on the other side, and they got him for pennies on the dollar because the linebacker they traded for him is not even in the league no more. But to me, people always say J.C. Horn. They always saying you need a number 2. They got a number 2 cornerback. Mike Jack is playing ball. Like I say, I like number 7 more. I love his game because he can come down. He remind me of you, Eugene. He gonna come down to thump you, or he gonna pick you off. He's real smart, real heady. I love that. But I feel like this weekend, I want to see the city of Charlotte just show out. Because I would pay anything to be inside that stadium Saturday, because you can only imagine how you feel watching on TV with the crowd rocking and the towers are going. Just imagine how we back in the playoffs, we're going to show out regardless. We're going to be there.
Oh, dude, we are going to show out. The last couple of home games, when they had the blackout here, the fans have been absolutely incredible. The fans have showed out and showed up, dude. Just let it be known. You're going to get that same playoff atmosphere. And here's what I think is the best thing for the Carolina Panthers that's going on. And this has been the best thing for the city. The city has really galvanized around the Carolina Panthers. When you make a playoff, when you're winning, it just does something. Winning just cures. Everything looks better when you win. When you lose, there's nothing there for no one.
Nope.
My coaches are telling me that there's nothing there for nobody. But when you win, everybody gets to enjoy. Everybody gets to eat. Everything looks better. Everything tastes better, smells better. Everything. And so this city is going crazy right now because the Panthers have given them something to be excited about.
And you know how you telling the truth, because when I go to work on Monday, Darryl will tell you we go to work. If we lose, we feel like, man, here we go. We got to go to work. The guys gonna be messing with us about the Panthers got beat, blah 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 blah. But when you win, and you go to work that Monday, you can't wait to get in there. Cause guess what?
Oh, you do what?
When we beat Dallas, ask Darryl. We went to work. Everybody like. Then when we beat Green Bay at Green Bay, then you beat the Rams. We done had big wins this year. So that's why I'm saying, to me, it would not shock me one bit if they come out Saturday and they beat the Rams, and then everybody, I want to hear all the national people and all over. It's like, hold up, they beat them again? And now they got to go to Seattle, but you know what they'll say then? They're going to get blown out there.
Hey,
You playing between the white lines.
I was listening to the broadcast of their coach and Matthew Stafford, and they were talking about, he said, hey, man, we're not sleeping on the Panthers. He said, this is a really good team. He said, this is a really good defensive team. He said, we got to bring our A game. He said, we got to come in there and we got to mean business. He said, we got to mean business. So the urgency that the other side, the Rams coaching staff and the quarterback that they have is huge because they realize that they were vulnerable against a team that they should have beat, maybe they should have beat, but it didn't materialize. And so now you go back into that same stadium, it's going to be rocking like it was rocking, and everybody's going to be excited, everybody's going to be hyped up. You think the guys ain't going to try to bring their A game?
Oh yeah.
You think the Panthers ain't going to try to bring their A game? Of course they are. So when I heard their coach and I heard Stafford talking about, man, this is, hey, we've got to mean business. These dudes ain't no joke. They know what time it is. And don't forget this, games that we've lost and we didn't get blown out from getting blown out 30-something points. We lost like 2-3 point ball games.
Yep.
We lost to the Saints. We should have won the game. Came down to the thing, a 3-point thing when they kicked the field goal. We lost to Tampa Bay, 2 points. We lost to Seattle. Seattle was 17-10 in the fourth period before it got out of hand.
Games were close.
Bag off of J.C. Horn with a face mask thing.
Your
3rd
game
and
was
20
close.
when we're going to get the ball back.
Yep.
So when we're talking about that, when we're talking about the Carolina Panthers, if you haven't watched the Carolina Panthers and you're just a pundit and you just see that they're matched up against the Rams and you go, oh, well, guess what? The best team in the league is the Seattle Seahawks, and we were going tit for tat with them here at Bank of America Stadium, 17-10. It got out of hand, but it shouldn't have got out of hand.
It shouldn't have got out of hand.
It's gotten out of hand.
Our best advantage is going to be ball control. You gotta keep Matthew Stafford just like when we had that 13-minute third quarter, Mike. That's how we gotta play. We gotta keep them guys on the side.
Yeah.
Keep the defense
But
on the field.
you got to do it different this time. You got to do it different. You can't just pound them. That's why I say let Bryce, because you got to put in their defense coordinator mind. I can't just bring that safety down the whole game. If he ain't throwing the ball down the field, and you hit Techman Miller or Coco or Jimmy or Legate or whoever's playing, you hit somebody down the field, you be like, hold on. Now we got to figure something out. We got them off track. They don't know what to do. So you got to, Dave Canales can't come out there first or second down, run the ball. You cannot be predictable every down, third down. No, you got to come out. Let all your guns go and Blaze let all your playbooks go and let everything go, and you let the chips fall where they may. If we win, we win. We lose, we lose. But I want to go down fighting, not because we dinking and dunking. No. Throw the ball down the field.
And don't forget, they got a good run. They got a good running game, a 2-man attack with Corum and
we need that. We need that.
No, I'm talking about the Rams have a great attack with Corum and
23. What's the name?
Williams, Irvins or Williams?
Williams, I think his name. You got Corum and the other one.
Williams. I forget which one it is. But they got a great attack. And don't forget, Matthew Stafford, his quarterback rating is 109. 109. He got 47 touchdowns, dude. That's crazy. He got 4,700 yards.
Yeah.
But guess what?
And if he get close,
that's crazy. His stats are crazy.
But guess what, Eugene? He got that in nice sunny weather.
What's that?
If it's raining Saturday, it's a totally different game, bro. When it's raining,
I know, dude.
It works on our side. It works for
it's a totally different ball game. And
his
I'm
whole
just
career,
saying to you this right.
His whole career, he done played in domes. Think about that. He played with the Lions all them years.
In domes.
And he played in the Rams. So guess what? Outside, in the element, if it's raining like it was the last time we played them, all bets off. Anybody can win that game.
Yeah.
And here it is. That's why I'm saying to you guys, I'm saying that I'm throwing caution to the wind as a player, as a coach. I'm playing with house money. Guess what? I can't even make a mistake. Because I'm not expected to win.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. Cool. I'm not expected to win. Cool. I'm good with that. I'm good.
Yep.
Well,
yeah, we can't leave. We can't leave no stone unturned. We can't leave no players on the field.
Nope. But I want to say, man, thank you again, Mr. Eugene, for hitting me up today, getting on here for all the fans out here to get an inside view of what's gonna happen Saturday. I might be texting you while the game going on because I know you'll be in the stadium to see what the stadium looking like, whatever. But I will, because I just wish you want to be downtown, but you know we got to work. We got a job to do acting Saturday before we even get to the game. So I can't get downtown to get no footage.
Yeah.
But if I could, I would. But hopefully we'll win, and hopefully we can talk to you next week with a winning. And we going to Seattle next week. We can talk to you again.
Hey,
Yep.
that sounds good. Hey, who knows what's gonna happen that game? But I tell you what, I'm not counting the Carolina Panthers out. And wow, if they
Keep
were to make an
pounding.
upset, it wouldn't surprise me.
That's
Yep.
it.
Keep
Not
pounding.
one bit.
Again, man.
Hey, with that being said,
Thank you
we
so much, Mr.
appreciate you.
Eugene. You got anything
Go
else
ahead,
to say,
Mike.
Darryl?
Mm-hmm.
You got anything else to say, Darryl?
Now,
Go
with
ahead.
that being said, we appreciate you, Mr. Eugene. Hey, Happy New Year. Panthers in on the playoffs, man. The city is ready. We're going to keep pounding. We appreciate you, y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see y'all on the next go round. Peace out. Anything else you want to say, Mr.
Peace out.
Eugene, before we get out of here? All right, all right.
Let's go.